Hi, my beauties. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And do not forget to subscribe because you're gonna love it here. I guarantee you, you're gonna love it here. So as you can already tell by the title, we are making some delicious fried chicken wings. And also on the menu, I am making some white rice, cabbage, and cornbread. But I know you're hungry. Calm down. I know you're hungry, so let's get started. For the cabbage, I will be using some turkey neck bones. I will boil them until tender. So I want to say about give or take 45 minutes to an hour, but I will check to see the tenderness within 45 minutes. So this will give the cabbage some delicious flavor. So we're gonna get started on the cabbage. All right, these are the neck bones, and I did let them cook on medium-low temperature for about an hour. So they are tender. So I'm just gonna cut them up just a little bit, not too much. Now it's time to make the cabbage. So I'm just gonna add a little oil. I am adding some minced garlic. I cut up some red and yellow onions. I did cut up some red and yellow bell peppers. So I'm just gonna add that in here. I did cut up the cabbage and I also washed them. And they're not too, I didn't cut them too small. Not sure if you can tell. I didn't cut them too small, just like medium size. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in here. So of course the neck bones did make some broth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use some of that broth to put in here. So it's gonna give it that nice, delicious flavor from the neck bone. I am going to add some onion powder, garlic powder as well. I am also adding some black pepper. And I am going to add a pack of Sazon. Okay, so this is all the seasoning that I'm going to be adding, only because the broth from the neck bones, it does have a good amount of flavor, so I don't want to overdo it. Like I always say, it's good to start off small, light, and then if you need more, then you add more, of course. So I'm going to cover this up on high. Let it steam for about 20 to 30 minutes. And if it requires more seasoning, of course, I'll add more. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as is because I think it's good. But we're gonna test it just to make sure. Maybe within 20 minutes, I'll come back and taste just to see if it requires more flavor. So I almost forgot one of the most important part, which is the neck bones for flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and add them in here. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but I did remove the skin from the neck bones. I don't really like the texture. So I did remove the skin. Okay, so now I'm going to cover it back up. Okay, so I am adding some butter in here as well, just a little bit. And I am also adding some cayenne pepper for a little spice. All right, so I did taste it and it does need a little bit more seasoning, not too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the seasoning salt. And it's pretty much ready. I still kind of want it on the crunchy side, so I ended up just letting it cook on high for about 20 minutes. So it is ready. Okay, so I'm just gonna taste a little piece just to see if it needs any more seasoning. It is perfect. Doesn't need anything else. It is all done. All right, so I'm getting ready to make the cornbread, and I am using Jiffy, the honey flavored one. And I do have about 4 packs of these. I'm just gonna pour all of them in here. You can just follow the instructions on the box. Since I do have 4 packs, I will be repeating them 4 times. And this is the amount of milk that I'm adding, and I did do this, well, this is the 3rd time. So I'm just gonna add that in here. Okay, so because I do have 4 packs of the cornbread, I'm adding a 4th one, and this is the measurement. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, so I added the measurement that I just showed you. I added that in here 4 times. Okay, so I added the milk. Next, I will be adding some cinnamon. I make my cornbread a little different. I like for it to kind of have that cake taste. Okay, so next I will be adding some salt. And you know, salt balances out sweetness, so it's always good to add a little salt when you are baking. Next, I will be adding some vanilla extract. So this is the cap. So I'm just gonna add about okay, so I added about 3 cups of this. All right, so although it is honey flavored, I do like to add some drips of honey in here. All right, so I'm just gonna get all the lumps out of here. All right, so I just sprayed some vegetable cooking oil spray in the pan because we do not want the cornbread to stick to the pan. And I'm just gonna spray a little bit more on the corners as well. And if you do not have this, you can always just use some butter. And if you don't have butter, you can just add a little oil and get you a piece of napkin. Paper towel, well, not napkin, but paper towel, a little oil, and you just wipe it all inside. I did preheat my oven on 400. So I'm just pouring this in here. All right, so we are done. And the last step, I'm just going to drizzle some honey on top. And now I'm going to pop this in the oven. Once again, I'm not sure if I stated this, but I did preheat my oven on 400, and I'm going to pop it in the oven for about 17 minutes. After 17 minutes, if the top is not too golden, I will leave it in just a little bit longer, but I'll check it in 17 minutes, but I'll give you the exact time and let you know how long this baked, because sometimes The box tells you 17 minutes, but then after 17 minutes, it's still a little moist in the inside. It's not fully cooked, but we're gonna play with 17 minutes for now. And if that doesn't work, then we'll leave it in for a little bit longer. All right, so this is the cornbread. It is ready. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drizzle some more honey. And it is ready. And I did let it bake for about 30 minutes. So 17 just wasn't enough for me. So I did it for about 30 minutes on 400. Beautiful. I cleaned the meat off camera. So now I am getting ready to season the meat. So first I will be using onion powder. Garlic powder, garlic salt, black pepper, sazonador total, slap your mama, some seasoned salt, not too much, okay, and I will be adding 2 packs of Sazon. I will also be adding some mustard. Okay, so this is the meat. I have fully seasoned it and it smells delicious. I'm getting ready to fry the chicken. I did season the flour with black pepper. I added some garlic powder. I added some garlic salt, and I also added adobo with Sazon. So I'm going to mix this and put the chicken in here. You can also use cornstarch. It just depends on how crispy you want your chicken. But today I'm just gonna go ahead and use some flour. So I do currently have the oil in my big pot, and it is currently, what is it on? It is on medium low, and I am allowing it to get warm. Well, I'm allowing it to get really hot before I put the chicken in here. In there. So I have the chicken in here and the flour. Okay, this is the chicken. Let me let you see it. I'm gonna do my little trick. I have a pinch of flour. I'm just gonna put it in here. And this does help the oil from popping everywhere. So I'm just adding a little flour in here. Okay, so it has been about 15 minutes. I did let the oil get really, really hot. And I'm just shaking some of the flour. So this is the chicken. So I'm going to put it in here. Okay, so this is all the chicken that I'm going to put in here for now. It will fry for about 15 minutes. And the reason why I'm not adding too many wings in here is to prevent the oil from boiling, because if you overcrowd the pot, instead of frying, it will start to boil. And this is how they're looking. Let me see if we could get a closer view. All right, so now I am making the rice, and this is the amount of oil that I'm putting in here, as you can see. And this is Haitian style rice. So when you're making Haitian style rice, you do not want to be afraid to add your oil, because that is what is going to make the rice real fluffy. We don't want the rice to be dry. So do not be afraid to add oil when you are making Haitian style white rice, or any Haitian style rice, but we're making white rice, so just gonna go ahead and show you how I make it. And I do have a video with me showing you how I make white rice, but just in case some of you have not seen it, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you again. I am going to put some green onions in here. I do not have garlic. I ran out of garlic. I normally would also add garlic in here, but since I do not have it, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the green onions. I did cut up the green onions and I did wash them. So I'm just gonna let this get warm, a little hot, and then I'll add the green onions in here. All right, so these are the green onions, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in here. And you wanna let this kind of get a little golden, not burnt, just a little golden. And once it is golden, you wanna pour your water in here. All right, so the green onions, it is golden, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pour the water in here. And this might pop, so I have this in front of me just in case. All right, so I'm adding some more water. And I did add about 4 cups of water, so I did fill this up twice. As you can see right here, it says 2 cups, so that is 4 in total. I'm also adding some salt. All right, so this is the rice, and I did wash it. And my stove, it is still currently on high temperature. So I normally eyeball my food, but for people who do want to follow my steps, I want to show you that when it comes to rice, if you do not know how to make rice, the best way you can do it, if you do not know how to eyeball, if you're going to use 2 cups of water, you will use 2 cups of rice. If you're going to use 4 cups of water, you will use 4 cups of rice. So I did fill this twice, which equals to 4 cups. So what I also did, I filled this twice, so there's 4 cups of rice as well. So I have 4 cups of water in here, and I also put in 4 cups of rice. So hopefully that helps. Again, just in case you do not know how to make rice and you want to get the perfect rice, you want to always, the amount of water you're going to use is the amount of water, the amount of rice you want to also add. So once again, if it's 1 cup of water, 1 cup of rice, 4 cups of water, 4 cups of rice. So if you follow that, your rice will come out very, very delicious, I'm telling you. So for fluffness and also flavor and texture, I'm also adding some butter. And when you're making rice, you do not want to do this. You don't want to Just keep mixing because you're going to end up making the rice real mushy, and we don't want any mushy rice, okay? So we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna take right here, this surface, and just go like this on the corners. Just like this. We're not going to mix because mixing will make it really, really mushy. Okay, so you can do it one time because I did add the butter and I want it to be everywhere. So gonna mix it one good time, and then that's it. So now I'm going to allow the water to absorb. Once again, the stove is still currently on high, but once all the water is gone, I will turn the stove on low. Okay, so the rice is ready. I'm just gonna mix it one last time. So it is ready to cook. So I did turn the stove on low. Originally it was on high, now it is currently on low, a low temperature. So I'm going to cover it up, and I am using a plastic bag. If you have foil, you can put foil on top of this. This just helps seal the all the heat so the rice can properly cook. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cover it up, and once again it is on low, and it will cook for about 35 to 40 minutes on low temperature. So the rice is ready. It is fluffy, not mushy. Let me let you see. Once again, I did let it cook on low temperature, and I did let it cook for about 40 minutes. It's done, fluffy, delicious, not mushy. It is a go. Try making your rice this way. You will not regret it. You will thank me. I'm telling you, you will thank me, honey. All right, and I am done. These are the wings, the rice, the cornbread, and the cabbage. All right, guys, so I am done. So I'm going to let you see the food. So this is the cabbage. And this is the chicken. Okay, so you've seen a preview, so you know how the food looks. So now it is time for the taste test. So we're going to start with the cabbage. So let me let you see the cabbage. So I won't be rude, and I'll let you take the first bite. Here you go. Open up, open wide. Don't be shy. My turn. Let's see how this tastes. Cabbage tastes really good. It tastes really, really good. Let me see. Let me try to get a little piece of the neck bone. So I have a piece of the neck bone here. That's some good cabbage. And the neck bone gives it a really, really good taste. Really good flavor. A1. All right, so now it is time for the wings. I needed to get 2 pieces of napkins because they're really hot and I'm not trying to burn myself. So Let me, which one do I want to go with? Oh, they're so freaking hot. Okay. It really doesn't matter because they're all hot. All right, so this is the wings. Okay, let me try to hold it without the napkin. Hopefully I don't burn myself so you can see it better. You want a bite? Go ahead. Yeah, tastes good, huh? Okay, so now it is time. Oh Lord, this is hot. This is too hot. All right, so I had to rip it with a napkin because it was too hot. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, let me go ahead and take a bite. The wing is winging. Oh, hot. Oh. Oh. Baby, I am fighting for my life with this wing because it is so hot, but it's so good. The seasoning is on point, per usual. I didn't show you the rice. Oh, that feels so good. It's hot, it's hot. Seasoning is on point. It is on point. On point. So this is the cornbread. Let me give you a close-up. The cornbread. So I'm gonna take a piece. Oh, it's falling everywhere. Guys, don't mind my nails. I'm wanting to do it for my B-Day, so you know, looking a little rough. Don't pay attention to that. But the cornbread, and it's been sitting for a while, so it is a bit cold, but I'm sure it still tastes good. So let's try it. Baby, this tastes like cake. This tastes like cake. This tastes delicious. Oh my God, this cornbread is so good. Everything's on point. Okay, guys. Big back break, you already know. Let me finish my food and I'll be back. Okay, dinner was once again delicious. I did that. I did. But guys, we are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for tuning in and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share, and do not forget to put on your notification so that way when I drop another goodie, you will be the first to know. Duh. But guys, thank you once again so much. Until the next one. Love ya. Bye.